Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to speak on fire handling in EVs. Good day to everybody. It is a global decision to go carbon neutrality latest by 2070, and India is also a part of that. To further achieve this thing, CA has published a chapter 11 on additional safety requirements for electric vehicles charging station. Component testing, a vital process that supports technological advancement while ensuring compliance with the regulatory standards and etc. India, 16 top major EV manufacturers and 20 battery manufacturers. NHTC has planned setting up self-testing and EV charges testing at Mumbai and Kolkata, in addition to existing and upgraded automotive testing facility under NTR and ATRIP. Now, in this slide, we'll see on the left, there is a cheat sheet or EV evaluation, which gives the details of what is the EV has status of EV and what is required to be done in future, all respect, including battery before lithium, and then fast charging, energy density, wireless communication. All details from start to finish has been mentioned. To see the performance of the various batteries, on the right you have radar chart of batteries, which gives the relative type of cost, lifespan, performance, safety, thermal stability, specific of different batteries. Now, availability of EVs and batteries and other connected equipment in India, there is about 20 battery EV manufacturers, which includes cars, two-wheelers, three-wheelers, and about cell manufacturers, which are about another 12 type, and then cells to pack another 10 type. The distribution of the cost aspect of the scooters, three-wheelers, and car and buses is shown in the figure, which indicates batteries in case of scooter is 45 to 50% cost, and the three-wheeler is again 45 to 50%. Then you go to cars, it is 35 to 40%, and go to buses, it's 45%. But still, this is a changeable depending upon how much is the mass production and what is the rates which will be there. It will depend upon the time of purchase. Coming to EV batteries, there are different types of EV batteries. One is cylindrical, another one is prismatic, third one is pouch. Cylindrical is shown in the, if you see in the figures, that shows on the left side cylindrical shell and prismatic cell and then pouch cell. The construction is already given, and then the dimensions are generally given by the diameter and the height. But in addition, you will find it is somewhere mentioned used in two formats like 18650. That means 18 mm dia and 65 mm height. So this 0, which is additionally added, it has format just to describe itself. Similarly, in 2170, that 21 mm diameter, 70 mm is the height. Prismatic and pouch, all details are given in this one. Now here is a comparison between the battery used in India and the other chart, which gives the information which is made by the this battery university USA. Now we will see from the comparison that the battery chart, which chemistry which is in India given, it does not give the details of cells and other things. It is essential that such information is also included in the parameters of the system so that the full information is available. And secondly, whenever you want to go for the studies, at that time, these parameters shall be available and it shall be properly regulated so that it can be digital twin study can be done from the data which is available. Now from here you see in India the batteries which are generally going to use lithium, phosphorus, or iron, and NMC, lithium, nickel, manganese, and cobalt. Now these have given the energy adaptability in LFP is lesser than the NMC, and it is understood that LFP is going to be used for the cars and NMC is going to be used for the two-wheelers and three-wheelers. Comparison of LFC and NMC in Indian context. Weather condition. So there has been certain failures of two-wheelers and wherein the fatality accident has also taken place and the scooters have fired and got totally burned. So the reason behind the investigation which was carried out, it shows that these batteries were imported one and which were suitable for ambient temperature of 40 degree, while in India the ambient temperature is about 50, 45, 50. So as such, they could not give the proper performance as compared to the performance offered by them in Europe and US. Dollar per cost price, engineering efficiency and manufacturing scale, that dollars per kWh cost be reduced as much as possible for the price sensitive market. E2-wheelers and three-wheelers, BMS, battery management system compatibility. This is again related with the type of battery that we use as well as the vehicles, type of vehicles, and system cooling, which is either air cooling or liquid cooling. It's still between the battery weight reduction and safety. 40 kg battery is difficult for one operator to swap. Cycle life 2.5 times that of the other market. Modularity to allow the battery swapping, repeatability, and recyclability. Comparison between the LFP and NMC in terms of relative comparison, the temperature performance is high of LFP as compared to LMC. Space required high for LFP and low for this thing. Life expectancy is high in this, except the difference between energy density and overall cost. In case of LFP, the cost is low and overall and energy density is low, while in case of NMC, cost is high and energy density is also. Next, coming to the comparison between the manufacturing capacity and type of batteries which are being done by the various manufacturers. Ola, Reliance, Rajesh, Exports, Oxide, Amar Raja, Tata Graph, TSG, JBM. They have a capacity, manufacturing capacity of 20 gigawatt, 5 gigawatt, 5 gigawatt, 12 gigawatt, 16 gigawatt. And then in addition to that, there are companies which are selected under PL. There are about 6 companies: Reliance New Energy, Solar Limited, Ola Electric Mobility Private Limited, Hyundai, and the Rajesh Export, which will get the additional benefits and once a manufacturer as per the stipulation given under the PLI rule. Now, the various type of Ola manufacturer is doing the cable manufacturing, battery manufacturing, which is of NMC cells. Reliance is doing LFP. Rajesh is doing, it is doing for the storage, it's not mentioned here. Energy, Oxide Energy is doing all the three, LFP, NMC, LTO. Maharaja is doing this all the two. Apart as Gujarat, they are doing LFP and NMC. Similarly, you can see from this that what type of manufacturers these people are doing. Now, the major issue which is coming about the fire in the EVs. The fire in the EVs has been due to the manufacturing defects, which could be chemistry or elements that take up the individual cell inside the pack, very sensitive. On a very serious crash and the back battery compromised, cells rupture and it will be until it they hit the thermal runaway. Battery modules and module cells is improperly charged and balance also overheat and cause thermal runaway. Modern electric cars cool their battery either through air or liquid. Air is not that effective. Older EVs were the air cooling, but battery pack enclosure built to dissipate heat as air moves over it. Higher end EVs are now the liquid cooling that circulates coolant throughout the cells via a radiator, pumps, and fans to dissipate the heat stored in. Technical causes beyond manufacturer defects. Lithium cell sensitive components prone to thermal runaway when damaged or defective, but manufacturing flaws contains only some EV fires. Software and sensor algorithm that monitors temperature and current for automobiles are vital. The tiniest software bug can prevent early warning for overheating. The solar fireball manage safety yet still has deficiency. Battery chemistry, cell components and coating designed to prevent electrical shortfalls and formation of dendrites growth inside the cells over time cause unprotected fires and new bang. Cache physics, robust physically cells rupture violently crushed or punctured at high speed. Low temperature downgrade the performance of battery. Low temperature will affect the property of the electrolyte through increase in viscosity, which will reduce the ionic productivity, the internal resistance, and due to the increase high temperature called reversible and irreversible. Irreversible function action reversible phenomena taking place will cause thermal runaway. EV fire base. No official book upkeeping is kept for the EV fires except for the general fire departments keep the fires. They shall be also now required to be put separately the fires which is caused due to the EVs and fires which are due to general fire. The most of the data of EV fire is available only through the news media, which is enthusiastic and automotive industry for the purpose of for their interest. Sweden Authority for Social Protection and Preparedness, they have the MSP, they have the record, and it is seen that they during 2023 report about 611,000 EVs average about 20% per year caught fires, as against 4.4 million ICE engine cars, about 3,400 fire per year in the last 3 years. Some of the fires in ICE vehicle were due to erosion, but the figures still come out in favor of EVs. Australia EV Fire Safe, EV Fire Safe group funded by country's Department of Defense studied global EV batteries fires from 2010 to 2020. The report found that the risk of battery catching fire was 0.0012%. Fire Safe noted that it was difficult to find similar data for ICE internal combustion engine vehicle globally, but based on the report, it is estimated fire risk is 0.1. That means about 100 times the EV fire. USA has no publicly published record available in EV fire, but comparison with EV available in Sweden and Australia, the USA had over 286 million registered vehicles in 2023. The fire reported in San Francisco and New York City over the period 1923 are total fires 669, injuries 333, and death 20. Extracted from this list, CBS News Center and San Francisco Fire Department. Updated 15th August. Storm Hillary 2022 caused 12 flooded EVs to catch fire. See 14 EV fires a year in Manchester. The fire has taken place. There are many EV fires incidents in USA, California, Los Angeles, Manchester, and reported in the news media. India has during March, April 22, 6 fire incidents. Those are of two-wheelers, and one was with the fatal and burning Dapsi e-scooter. They are of make Ola, Apindra, Jatinder EV scooters, and Pure EV. GUI deputed IISc in Bengaluru and Center to Fire Explosive and Deployment Safety to take up investigation, and preliminary reports attributed this incident due to poor quality of search and BMS management. DRDO investigated and found serious defects in EV batteries, including designs and modules, use of low-grade materials. One Ola S1 AIR e-scooter caught fire on 31st May 2024 on Kerala Street. No injury. Driver saw the warning message on dial and immediately left the scooter, and scooter went into fire. Ola SX1 electric scooter now gets upgraded with new features in this. UI India is emission quality standards and testing of that. The National Test House accordingly planned setting up battery testing and EV chargers testing at Mumbai and Kolkata. EV batteries are specially engineered to prevent thermal runaway and afford safety shock. The safety system inside a lithium-ion battery prevents unless some significant physical damage to the battery takes place. In case of a crash, modern EV designed with fuses that triggered off the airbag deploy and high voltage line supplying power to the motor is cut off not to energize the chassis and shaft. So EV batteries designed with seals to protect water ingress. Performance test validate extremely dry condition against water submersion simulating flooding. Flooded or saltwater flooding EVs parked in garages or carports next to the home be moved away, not driven but towed, not roadworthy unless checked out by the professionals. On Sable Island, Lake County, Florida, USA, which was heavily damaged by hurricane on September 2022, Hannibal Fire Rescue District crews towed 2025 EVs from garages and under residences at least 15 feet away from the building to prevent possible structure fires, the agency said in a Facebook. Managing risk fires from EVs. Some location place controls on where particular types of vehicle can be parked. Example include parking of compressed natural gas powered vehicles into separate areas, but segregation of EVs in parking area unless such a recharging is currently parking segregation is another approach, but to degree in recent time, this has been compromised by necessity to utilize the alt space. However, segregation is considered in many cases with the sitting EV charges point away from other vehicles and with larger spaces. The types of fire suppression system installed in parking area. High pressure water mist installation are about to be together with providing cooling effect, better suited to displace the oxygen environment, reducing the risk fire spreading and reignition. By the use and availability of vehicle fire blanket system, it's available to be deployed safely or used as a preventive measures when vehicles are left can be effective and control the spread or combustion to other areas and vehicles. Such products are now available for car-sized vehicles and could be form part of the fixed fighting system made available in premises. The material used in fire blankets are being built proactively into battery propulsion system to assist in preventing spread should a battery pack fail. The material include fiber materials, woven textile, and woven fabrics with organic coating, offering fire-resistant thermal insulation, tensile strength at break, and blast resistance, ensuring the best material for the and battery blanket. And high silica glass fiber coated by polyethylene offer the best thermal and mechanical properties. Preemptive action in case of EV catches fire. Call fire department or call under lithium fire extremely hard to extinguish, prone to reignition, and now the fire smoke, especially toxic, better off is safe distance and letting the professional handle it. Fire safe. These general acceptance types of EV fire suppression. Try to cool the fire through spraying cold water on the burning vehicle to lower its overall temperature. This approach has the downside of using vast quantity of water and creating a lot of potentially toxic runoff. Some improvement in reduction is that this vehicle is the race where the battery is at the bottom of the vehicle. Letting the fire burn itself out method is quick and reasonably efficient, but reduces a lot of toxic form. Firefighters to submerge the burning vehicle into a huge metal container filled with water or ditch filled with water at least up to battery floor level. Eliminate the toxic runoff issues more effective than just water spraying. Vehicle be kept in the container for weeks to ensure no reignite, and still use a lot of water. San Diego, a new California state law, allows renters to store and charge their e-bikes, scooters indoor, provided a tenant have liability insurance. If not so, landlords choose to provide exterior storage or prohibited renters from storing the e-bikes inside. Here in this picture, on the left you see a blanket approach to the battery fire, where the car has been, which has been fire or smoking, has been covered by the blanket. On the right side, you see a battery which has caught fire. A local ditch was dug, and it is filled with water and battery, and the car has been put into the ditch to ensuring level that it is water level is above the battery bed level till so that battery is within the water. LF extinguishers for normal extinguishers are not suitable for battery fire. The UK informed check fire rate balances LF extinguisher replaces to address Leon battery fire risk. Check fire commander endothermic extinguisher range addresses the challenges caused by Leon battery. Is heat absorbing effectively hot thermal runaway and prevent other cells from overheating. This solution not only extinguishes the failed cell but also stops other cells from exploding. Additionally, liquid is effective against class A fire, allowing the extinguishing. So this type of model is available in 6-liter model, and 9-meter is yet to be 9-liter yet to be approved. U.S. Fire Administration to help firefighting, Leon fire or e-vehicle. They have made a truck which is with the on-site power first, which can be taken to the side where the fire is, the EV fire is there. It can provide 72 hours without refueling, on-site power, operate as a self-propelled electric generator, travel 180 miles and provide up to 25 kilowatt export power, operate to full capacity with little or no noise, exhaust or emission, provide first responder with increased operational flexibility, extended range and rapid capabilities. Fire safety hazards of lithium-ion batteries powered e-mobility devices. UL Fire Safety Research Institute, FSRI, in USA, they have done the model testing in case of houses and EVs and scooters. Model testing actually creating the situation and the like a house residential or the position or where the fire is really take place, and they see what is the method of getting the information and how to control that one. Development of digital twin to verify EV battery operating. This is the latest technology to check the thermal runaway condition of battery for operating condition. So digital twin is created, and battery twin is original, and then the battery twin and the virtual twin of the virtual digital twin of the battery is created, and then the comparison is made. One of the firm in UK, which is named as Tanisha, has come out with this, and the National Test Force, Mumbai and Kolkata, to explore setting up such facilities. Movitherm, advanced thermographic solution, early fire detection and battery. This is mostly for the storage system where you have a storage vehicles or scooters, and there has been case in California and New York where the scooter battery caught fire and the whole shop was burned and the apartments were burned. So this is to be put at where the storage battery is there, or in the places which are dealing with the EV cars and EV scooters to keep a watch thermal visions and see figures and see and protect the system. Automotive Development Testing Facility in India under the NATRIP, that's the National Automotive Testing and R&D Infrastructure Project. The International Center for Automotive Technology, ICAT, India's premier approving authority and testing center and belonged under an NATRPA by GUI and one of these. Similarly, Global Automotive Research Center. Third one, the National Automotive Test Track, which has a testing of the vehicles suitability for vibration and other thing at two places. One is at Pune, another is Ahmednagar. Details can be seen from the internet. Conclusion: large numbers of EV and EV battery manufacturers are available in India, but presently use imported cell and PMBAC, which lacks facility and quality. They shall undertake fast manufacturing quality cells and battery management system for E2V and 3 wheel and EV 4 wheels in line with the environment, flooded roads during the inclement weather and individual endeavor to drive through. You see, mostly our roads during the monsoon, they get flooded, India road gets flooded, and people try to drive through. But if once the EV car is there, it will be very dangerous, and one shall not try to run through the flooded land, and so that the water enters into the battery and gets into fire. EV scooter fire in May 22, GUI appointed team IASC Bangalore Center and Fire for Environmental. This thing, DRDO, Union Road Transport Highway, this thing, and National Test House intended providing cell testing facility at Mumbai and Kolkata. The imported cell batteries suitable for Indian climate condition. The DRDO and TH to develop a digital twin virtual representation of a physical battery or pack instead to transit duties and cycle and management system, heating and cooling during the event, and check thermal runaway of EV batteries which are coming up in the countries. India leverage adopting EV batteries, LIA, this thing for the two-wheeler and three-wheelers, and then NMC for is definitely needs to be proper regulation fixed, and digital twin of these batteries shall also be tested by surgeon and other things, but tested by the R&D people or by the National Test House, etc., so that the quality is obtained. News media reporting of EV fires. The fire do not keep a track separate record of general fire and EV fire. As the EV technology is still evolving and India offers open market for global investors, developers, it needs to keep a tab on the development which leverage meeting more of the local environments in addition to global expertise. EV fires are both attributed to manufacturing and technical causes beyond manufacturing. As the DI battery fire smoke is intoxication, it is imperative for the first responder firefighter to undergo EV fire fighting training to control provide fire resistant blankets to completely cover the fire metallic container, ditches filled with water for deep submerging the bed, etc. Manufacturers of cells and cells module and EVs shall provide proper and efficient cooling system, provide enclosures to keep batteries dry against ingress of moisture and flood water, cover cells, modules, and BMS with polyurethane foams and pressure sensitive adhesive fiber materials and woven textile and woven fabrics with organic content, fibers, and etc. E2 wheel and E3 wheeler battery enclosure be sealed to stay dry and are designed to dissipate heat as air moves over it. Adopt modular design for battery swapping, replaceability, and a dashboard to provide early warning signals of battery overheat. Thank you very much for giving the patience. Thank you.